Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is more of a motivational video. I just want to share something that has been in my mind over the past week, and I just want to let you know that sometimes, as difficult as life is, you just got to show up. You just got to show for yourself, show for that opportunity, and just be there. You may not feel like you want to be there, you may not feel motivated to be there, but sometimes you just have to be disciplined and show up. Showing up in my life has been one of the things that has really gotten me this far. It has been something that, regardless of whether the opportunity is there or whatever the case may be, I've just decided to show up. And over the days, over the time, over my lifetime so far, showing up has really separated the kind of want it from the really want it. And I will share 3 incidents with you. In primary school, I was a chubby kid, fat, overweight, very chubby in the cheeks and so forth. And I remember showing up to football practice. And the coach looked at me and was like, just run, everybody else finished run for warm up, and he just had me running for the whole training session. And I was like, that's unfair. Everybody else get to play football and I'm just running for the whole evening. So the next evening, I carried my clothes and to train, and I was like, am I going to go and run for a whole training session again? And I was like, it was a big decision. But that time I was about 8, and I was like, regardless of what, I'm gonna show up. So I showed up, and we changed, and again he had us starting with running for warm up. And then this time he had me running extra again. So I was like, all right, I did this yesterday, I'm gonna run for the whole training session. No worries, I'm working on my fitness. That time I didn't see it as fitness, but what it did, it allowed me to run consistently and observe the game and think on my feet. Like, what if I was running down that bar? When I get there, what would I do? And that helped me so much in a way that I don't think that's what he intended for it to help me with, but that lesson helped me so much. And showing up just showed him that, all right, yeah, I'm chubby and overweight, but I want to be there. I want to play the sport. I want to be a footballer, and I want to try out for my position. And from there, that stuck with me, that all right, even if somebody doesn't see you the way you think you should be seen, just show up, because their opinion will change, but your motivation will vary, but their opinion will change. And from there I was like, all right, I'm gonna show up. Forward to high school, when I tried out for volleyball, it was a similar situation. I remember trying out, and then from there the coach was like, 64 females, 64 males. All right, training out hot this evening. And I was like, what she meant by that? But what I realized, that what she did that evening was to weed out from those who thought, oh, volleyball look cool, I can play it, to those who really wanted to be there. So we ran for half an hour, we did squats. That time the whole training session was about 90 minutes. We did squats, we did lunges, we did all the foundation work, abs, core, push-up, all the foundation work. And what that led to is persons being sore the other day. I was sore, but I knew that if you want something, you're gonna feel some discomfort. And then from there, I just showed up to training the next day. Surprising to say, it moved from 64 to 18, 6 females and 12 males. Exactly 12 males and exactly 6 females. And she was like, wow, that worked, because now we know the 6 female that really want to play and the 12 males that really want to play, right? And then from there, it taught me that to show. And another great thing about volleyball is that sometimes to win the point, you just have to show. So with volleyball, you have to go up to the net and you have to block. And sometimes you're tired and you're like, should I even bother jumping? Because sometimes I was the middle blocker, so sometimes I would be late, and then I was like, should I even bother jumping? But what that lateness did, and still showing up, was that when the ball was hit, I wasn't coming down because I jumped too early. I was right where I needed to be because I still showed up and jumped, and then that led to me getting the most blocks per game as the middle blocker, and from there just showing up for the pass, because as a middle blocker you often run decoy, so you have to have that optimism that you're gonna get there, and you may not get the ball, but you gotta show up so that the play goes smoothly and the pressure is taken off the power hitter. And that cycle of just showing up, not getting the pass every time, but still running with enthusiasm as if you're going to get the pass, just showed me that sometimes you just have to be the most enthusiastic person. And funny enough, when I did get the ball, I often always scored a point when I did get the ball, because it's like the opponents took their eye off me because I ran decoy so many times and I didn't get the ball. And then when the power hitter got tired and the pass was switched to me, they were too tired to jump. They were like, he's not getting the ball. And I would have an open court each time, and I would just use the pass wisely to score. And with that, I again show up, just show up. Then we went on to university and even in business, and internship. Again, for some persons, I want to speak to physio intern, medical intern, however you discover this, somebody just doing internship and you're like, the pay isn't what I thought it would, the work is so much. Sometimes you just got to show up just the same, because what will happen is that for most of us, we would have school for 3 months, break for 2 months, school again, and then break. So internship is the first time you're working 1 year straight in the thing that you train to be. And then you're like, you hit that burnout at about like month 9 or 10, and then you're like just dragging your feet trying to get through the last 2 months. Again, I want to say for those last 2 months, just show up, right? Because that is what separates the average from the great, right? The good from the great. Because you showed up more times throughout the year, so your average is better. And you would have showed up to experience more. And you would have showed up to be there more. And then with business, effort equal rewards. If you don't show up, you don't get paid, right? Whereas for like public sector job, whether you show up or not, your salary is there, but your salary is limited. With business now, it's effort equal reward. So if you don't show up, you don't make the sale. If you don't show up, you don't get the client. The client doesn't pay you. So you have to show up on time as necessary, whether you feel like it or not, just show up. And then you will see the difference in your effort versus your reward. And that's my 2 cents for today. Show up. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.